Top 5 assault rifle loadouts for Call of Duty Warzone after the latest update. And one of our favorites is back. Yes, the STG is back into the meta, and this is our first loadout. This is one that I'll probably end up running in the World Series of Warzone, which kicks off on September 6th. We luckily got an invite into that, so I'm very excited about competing there. But the STG itself, you're going to have the MX Silencer. What's great about this is if you don't like the KG, it's still really easy to use, but it's got incredible strafe speed, so you can really take advantage of that rotational aim assist with the left stick. But the muzzle, the MX Silencer, 760mm barrel, the 3 to 6 times optic, the tactical stock. This is a big one. A lot of people will run either the weighted or the precision, but that tactical gives you that ADS firing move speed and steadiness. So it means that you can get those strafes off and still be able to land your shots consistently. It helps a ton. And if you're like peeking and like shouldering a rock, you can just pop in and out, get those shots off and win those engagements that you may have otherwise missed. Or if people are running at you like across open areas, it's like one of the most powerful attachments, I think. Perk, you have a couple options if you're playing like fast-paced modes like Rebirth Island or Fortune's Keep. I'd probably run Sleight of Hand, but you can also run Nerves of Steel. This is going to help give you that edge in those 50-50 gunfights because it's going to give you the accuracy and recoil, so you just become a laser beam, and you know, you're gonna just edge, especially if you're going up against some of the best players in the world. That Nerves of Steel perk is going to help you out. Hatch grip seems to be the go-to right now. It's vertical, horizontal, and flinch resistance. You've then got the 7.62 Guerrera 50 round mag, lengthened, and then the M1930 strife angle for that horizontal, because a vertical recoil is so much easier to control than if your gun's like wobbling all over to the side, so go for that. And pairing with that, we've got the high mobility armor Guerrera. After the minimum damage nerf to the Blixen, this has sort of gone up and the Blixen's gone down, in my opinion. It's still viable, but you know, it's not quite as dominant as it has been. But you've got the recoil booster, 180mm short barrel, slate reflector, Immersion TA skeletal stock, steady, quick, grooved grip, the 60 round mag, lengthened for that bullet velocity, and then the SG98 compact, which is once again going to reduce that scope, sway, and gun bob, but also the aim walking movement speed, so you can ADS walk around corners at a good pace, so you can reduce your like footstep audio whilst you're going into a gunfight. So something I always do just before I get to a gunfight, like a corner or something, I'll come out of sprint, ADS, go around the corner, but you can also mix that up obviously with like slide cancelling around the corner, or different ways to approach gunfights every single time depending on the situation. But that is my first loadout. That's probably the one I'm going to use in the World Series of Warzone. Serpentine, Overkill, Combat Scout, Semtex, and Stims. We might switch out Stims for like a snapshot grenade or something along those lines, or a stun. Will depend on the situation. Now, let's go on to our next loadout, which is the Cooper Carbine. Now, the Cooper, I think we're very happy that has made a resurgence lately after the nerf to the NZ. This has got one of the fastest time to kills, very low recoil. It struggles a little bit at a distance, but maps like Fortune's Keep, Rebirth Island, this thing is obscene. So you've got the MX Silencer, 22-inch Cooper custom barrel, the 3 to 6 times optic, the Cooper 45S stock, brace fully loaded, the pine tar grip, and yes, I know what you think. You're like, why don't you hip fire accuracy? It's actually for the recoil control. That actually makes this so much easier to use, and yes, it does hurt your aim down sight speed, and you never know, right? The hip fire accuracy may help you at some point if someone just appears out of nowhere in your face, but trust me, right? It works just for the lowest recoil possible. Then you want the 9mm 60 round drum mag, then the compressed rounds for the fastest time to kill. This build is designed to kind of counter all the negatives, so it's still going to be like no recoil, super easy to use, and gives you one of the fastest time to kills out of all the assault rifles now. And then we've got the Carver foregrip for that vertical recoil control and hip fire accuracy. So, you know, a couple hip fire accuracy attachments, but the recoil kind of balances out and makes it pretty damn usable. And paired with that, I'm using the Marco 5. This is one of the best SMGs in the game right now, alongside like the Arma Guerrera. I know I say that wrong every time I say it. Someone says I'm wrong in the comments, but it's okay, all right? I'm sorry. But the Marco 5, we've got the recoil booster, the 355mm Lesto barrel, slate reflector, Immersion FR stock, Frenzy. This means that you don't have to run quick fix because this is going to give you the benefit. This is especially helpful in like modes like Rebirth Island and Fortune's Keep, where you've got so many gunfights per minute, or like engagements per minute, as like Infinity Ward call it. Frenzy just pretty much gives you a free like tier 1 perk. So pretty good, to be honest. We've then got quick, you've got taped grip, because obviously we don't run amped with this setup. That weapon swap quickness does really help, and then also aiming stability, movement speed, and sprint to fire speed. 64 round mag. Then we've got the hollow point round, so if you hit their limbs, it doesn't really matter. You're still getting those fastest time to kill possibles. And then the Mark 6 skeletal underbarrel to wrap it up. And then that is our second loadout. And honestly, a lot of fun to use. Love the Cooper. Glad to see it back in the meta once again. Next, we've got the return of the Automaton. I think the nerf to the MZ is kind of being the revival of some of the old, like, kind of Vanguard meta weapons. So the Auto is once again back in here, and I've got the wrong optic on it because who the hell would use the Slate 2.5? I remember when it first came out, I was like, yeah, the Slate is the one to go for. And then you realized how broken the 3 to 6 times was, and it changed. But we've got the MX silencer muzzle, the 600mm BFA barrel, Anastasia padded, tight grip, fully loaded, polymer grip, the 75 round drum, lengthened, and then the M1941 hand stop. Absolute beamer, really fun to use, large mag, great for trios and quads. And I know one of my teammates for World Series, Jaff, is especially happy about this kind of coming back in. I still think the STG like nudges it out. I'm personally going to give this like 3rd place out of the assault rifles right now, but still, right, it's an option if you're bored of the others. With this, I've got the Blixen. It's the same build that we have been using, but it has been nerfed. It's no longer as good as it was like 3 days ago. It's so hard to keep on top of everything, but recoil booster, 17-inch F3 barrel, slate reflector, remove stock, steady, quick, taped grip, the 54 round mag, subsonic, and then the SG98 compact underbarrel, serpentine, overkill, amped, throwing knife, and stim. And that's our 3rd loadout for the best assault rifle loadouts in Warzone right now. And as we move on to what is number 4, it should be number 4, but for some reason it's number 1, maybe because it is actually probably one of the best loadouts, and it has got the beautiful, right, KG. It is the no recoil assault rifle out there alongside the STG for long range. I think if you don't like the STG, the KG is the one you need to go for. It's not got the same level of mobility. You will feel a bit slower using this, but just the ease of use of this gun makes it like the top pick for pro players in customs. That might slightly lean towards the STG before World Series kicks off, but we'll have to wait and see. But with this, you want the MX silencer, 720mm shrouded barrel, 3 to 6 times optic, the VDD 22G padded, tight grip, fully loaded hatch grip, the 60 round drum lengthened, and then the M1930 strife angled. And then we've got that armor Guerrero once again. You can't go wrong with this. And like the steady, your movement speed is obscene. You can go around corners really nice. High fire rate, so big margin for error. Though in trios and quads, you do burn through the ammo like crazy, so keep that in mind. But best SMG in the game right now, in my personal opinion. And then our final loadout is actually a sniper support loadout. And now the reason I've put this in here is this is actually so much fun to use. The Volk, or the Sturmgewehr, yeah, I think it's the Volkssturmgewehr. I think that's right. I don't know. I'm sure someone will say me in the comments, but this is the incredible on Rebirth Island. Like, unbelievable. And if you want to run like a sniper support on Caldera as well, this is a go-to. But recoil booster, the 428mm over 5V barrel, G16 2.5 times optic, and obviously use the red dot if you haven't already. Then we've got the Reisdorf 22V adjustable, Perfectionist, on hand, taped grip, the 45 Guerrero mag, hollow point, and then Mark 6 skeletal. Really fast time to kill, and also a very like great mobility as well. And then we've got the ZRG with that as well, which is the wrap suppressor, 43.9-inch combat recon, SWAT 5MW laser, 5 round, and the serpent wrap. I know loads of people like the 3-line sniper. I personally prefer the ZRG. I've been killed with it so many times recently on Caldera. That's my personal choice. And then just one other option, if you want a different SMG as well, the MP40. Recoil booster, 189mm short, slate reflector, Crosslink 33mm folding, steady, quick, tape grip, 45 grain coat, subsonic, and the Mark 6 skeletal. But those are the top 5 assault rifle loadouts in Call of Duty Warzone right now. Let me know your favorites down in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.